Hello, my name is Serafina Conroy Krieger, and this is my analysis of Fallout New Vegas, a post-apocalyptic role-playing game developed by Obsidian Entertainment and published by Bethesda. Today I'll be analyzing the game through the lenses of culture and psychology. This game is rich with cultural references and intricate world building that reflect the diversity and complexity of its post-apocalyptic setting. The Mojave Wasteland is home to numerous factions, each with its own unique cultural identity and value. Interestingly, they also seem to represent different cultures throughout human history. The New California Republic, NCR, represents a form of pre-war democratic ideals, emphasizing order and law. Their headquarters and organized military operations reflect a structured embryonic society. Similar to how we in a pre-nuclear war society conduct our government, the NCR represents an attempt at creating a society similar to a pre-war time, although this is corrupted by the same problems we face within our modern-day society. They do not try and keep the peace within other factions using alliances, but instead fight viciously instead of using diplomatic solutions, as seen when they fight for Helios 1 against the Brotherhood of Steel. Ultimately, Caesar's legion draws inspiration from ancient Roman culture, advocating for a brutal and authoritarian regime. Their strict hierarchy, use of Latin phrases, and gladiatorial combat underscores their cultural identity. For instance, in the mission Render on to Kaiser, players experience the Legion's first-hand justice system. Kaiser sees that the Mojave should be rendered onto him after he destroys the factions around New Vegas, representing a culture of brutal violence with no room for mercy. The Great Khans, on the other hand, are a representation of a culture even further back in time, with their nomadic warrior tribes valuing strength and honor. Their settlement at Red Rock Canyon and their struggles against the NCR reflect a group of people fighting to preserve their cultural heritage. They have beliefs for which they fight to maintain against the NCR and other factions who wish to change their ways. This introduces the Mojave as a cultural melting pot which blends remnants of the old world with the harsh realities of the new wasteland. The Strip of Las Vegas represents a mixture of old world Las Vegas and new world survivalism. The old world is represented by a literal strip of architecture that remains, with those within fighting to maintain the old world. As Mr. House is a manifestation of the old world, being from their time, it makes sense for him to value a more civilized culture that came before, as compared to other factions outside of the Strip who were not alive to experience it. Shifting our focus to the psychological aspects of Fallout New Vegas, specifically how the game uses positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, and punishment within the gameplay. Positive reinforcement is a key element in Fallout New Vegas. Players receive rewards such as experience points, new items, and achievements for completing quests, defeating enemies, exploring the wasteland, and making relationships with the characters within. These rewards encourage the players to continue engaging with the game, providing a sense of accomplishment and progression, which is quantified in a physical sense, including the use of XP to level up perks. As players gain experience and level up, they choose new perks and abilities to customize their playthrough. Negative reinforcement is also used effectively. For instance, players can avoid negative outcomes such as radiation sickness by using items such as Radaway or seeking medical treatments like Stimpaks. This removal of negative stimuli encourages players to more proactively manage their health and their resources. Punishment is evidence in the game's response to negative actions. If a player engages in activities such as stealing or attacking non-violent characters, they face consequences if they are discovered, such as a loss of reputation, hostile reactions from factions, or even being attacked by security forces.
Thief!
This is used to discourage undesirable behavior and add a layer of moral complexity to the player's decisions while still maintaining the free will for the player. Another psychological technique used in Fallout New Vegas is the variable reinforcement schedule. Loot containers and enemy drops often have random valuable items, meaning that players never know exactly what they will find, as it varies from game to game, providing replayability for players. The unexpectability keeps players engaged and motivated to continue exploring and looting, as the next item might be something rare and valuable, and as such, maintaining an engaging gameplay loop. In conclusion, Fallout New Vegas incorporates immersive cultural and psychological elements into its gameplay and narrative. The rich cultures of the post-apocalyptic Mojave, combined with the use of psychological reinforcement, creates an immersive and thought-provoking experience, and is a reason why the game is so widely acclaimed.